I don't delete my children. Or have I? See, that's the thing, to answer your question again, is to kind of circle back around to what you were talking about. That's a thing to, okay, quick question, because we might go into spoiler territory here. Who has not seen all of Dragon Ball Super yet? Okay, excellent, perfect, thank you. All right.
Sorry, and to you, sorry.
All right, cool, thank you. Sorry about that. So you saw, at the very end, you saw what 17's wish was.
Yes.
After winning the thing. You know, his wish, the way it's phrased, bring back all the universes that have been erased. Not in this tournament. All universes that have ever been erased. He doesn't say the word ever, but he doesn't also specify tournament. He just says all the universes that have been erased. And we know for a fact that that other universes have been erased before, and we don't know what happened. And apparently those angels for those universes that have been deleted aren't around either, because we haven't seen them. So were those fallen angels? Were these angels or something being led by Mama Angel that we haven't met yet? Was this supposed to be the demons? Yeah, is this the Dragon Ball version of Paradise Lost? Is this where do we have another angel with several fallen angels that rebelled and we erased them in a universe or something, and now because of 17's wish they'll be back at some point? Another thing to consider, if you've played the Xenoverse games at all in the last few years, anybody here played the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games?
Yeah,
all right.
Raspberry.
Yeah. So remember what the chick that keeps showing up, like the kind of witch that keeps going back in time, she looks like an angel. Blue skin, white hair. She's just dressed differently. What is she doing? Yeah, so I know.
This is what we mean. This is what we do when we sit around and we talk about this. This is like we don't know, but I remember having this talk with you and being like, oh yeah, dude. Oh, that's good. Oh. And no, I think since then, I've heard somewhere in the manga they talk about how that's why the angel's hairs are white, is Ultra Instinct.
They all have Ultra Instinct.
Just constantly, that's just what they live, and that's why they're like, boo, 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 even though he steps in poop. Next question.
Can you guys see the powder go out of the part?
It makes it all the grosser.
That was wet, too.
We're totally going to do a lightning round at the end of it, but we are not at that point yet.
We got several hands up, we've got plenty, 3 people over here, 2 people in the middle, 2 people over here. What do we want to do? We kind of want to work our way, or?
I don't have my glasses, I can't see anything.
Oh, got it. Let's start over here. You, sir, in the far left corner here. Yes, sir.
So, would you get those who particularly stronger that the power scaling toward bears, and people say that they are in fact becoming more powerful, but yet we have not seen bears really do anything to challenge that power. So, do you believe that bears have actually ever shown that they have any power?
Nope.
Kind of just, waiting?
No, he has not shown. And that's what I really think, honestly, my prediction is that when there are battles way down the line, again, I feel like they're going to fight Beerus again. I think at some point, and this is my theory, at some point, Vegeta's going to find out that Beerus kinda, sorta told Frieza to destroy his planet, and therefore Beerus is kinda, sorta the reason that Vegeta's not a king, and his people are dead, and he's going to be real pissed. He is. I mean, that's gonna happen. It's there. Whis has hinted at it multiple times. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do an anime and you're like, I bet that's gonna be a thing, man. Because I've said that 2 or 3 times now. And I've said, would you like to be a destroyer? I think he's grooming them. And apparently in the manga, they're doing something where Beerus is learning destroyer energy. Sorry, Vegeta is learning destroyer energy from Beerus, because that makes way more sense.
Yep.
Let's have the guy with anger issues learn destructive power, and the guy who just doesn't think learn how not to think. Are we really surprised that Goku is the person who learned how not to think? It's not a far trip.
Work the way you got it.
You know, I'll think less? Got it.
I've been practicing this my whole life.
Punch things.
But I mean, the fact that they've kept alluding to that too throughout the entire thing about Vegeta might replace Beerus as, because remember, we've talked about, because didn't Jiren at the end of it, or no, not Jiren, somebody from another, thank you, Top became a freaking destroyer for his universe. They looked for replacements. So I'm wondering if Vegeta is ultimately supposed to become the destroyer for his universe. Is Goku, like, I don't think he's going to replace Whis, because you can't replace an
I
angel.
don't know
But
about
what
the
if,
ascension of angels. That I don't know about.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is an ascension or if they are a race. I'm not entirely sure. I don't
Right.
think anybody really knows. But that's a good point. And that's
I think the Grand Minister is tired of being the babysitter of God and is looking for a replacement, and Goku could be it. Because look at the person who would constantly entertain that baby. Goku.
You're right, dude. Again, this is what we do on like a weekend. Like,
Good day.
or adult. Good question though. You had a question. You.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you said a minute ago, you think that there's definitely going to be like a rematch.
I think so.
Absolutely.
And it's because they.
So do you think that if Goku does beat Beerus, do you think that's good for the show or bad for the show? Because Goku, there's always kind of been that benchmark of like Goku's always wanted something to strive for. So if he does that kind of.
I mean, the theory that I have, and just because I'm thinking about like what is good story structure and what would be a nice little into it, would be them Vegeta being a destroyer and Goku being the one who keeps him in line. Like, doesn't that make sense? Like, that's the end of it, is that they battle forever. Like, that sounds like a good, like, oh, okay, cool.
They will
Doesn't it though?
Yeah, nice way to wrap up the whole thing in a pretty little bow. They battled forever.
That's the
eternal
big final.
rivals and our guardians at the same time.
And it's a good final battle because it is somebody who has been their friend then for that long, and he's finally showing, because I remember Whis being like, you didn't show much of your power, did you? Shut up, I barely used any. I'm like, no, this is cute.
And you know, Vegeta kind of got revenge on Frieza, but not really, ever. Did he ever achieve that? And you want to talk about now, if he ever finds out who the actual person who ordered that destruction, Beerus, is behind it, and like, he could finally get his vengeance.
Oh, and he's already said, like, one day I'm gonna beat you. I'm coming for you. Like, he's coming for Beerus eventually. It's gonna happen. And it's gonna be badass.
We had some questions in here. Where were they? Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I had one question for all of you and one for Ian. So,
2 questions.
yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, who's the, like, out of all the people you voiced, who's the person that, like, you've had the most fun voicing? And then for Ian specifically, is there a food, like, you've tried solely off just how good it sounded when, like, you had the voice describing it?
Right. That one I'll just say curry buns. That was the first one I did that on. It was Black Butler episode. Agni made curry fried buns, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And I found out actually, it's hard to find exactly that, but it is a Japanese dish that you can find. You can find it frozen if you want. But at the time I was only able to find like curry empanadas, and I sought them out and found them, and they were delicious. And now I've had the other ones. I have a lot more panko crust on it. You answer the other question.
The question, let's see. That's hard to choose. Like, most fun. I mean, there's things about Sadao Mount, the Devil is a part-timer, that makes him very fun. There's things about Armin that make him very fun. There's things about Tyrion and Ruby that's pretty. Armin can be fun.
Like, I always think about this, it's because you get to like.
When he's not going.
Let's play on this field every time. I'm not in it much, but every time I do it, it's just like, everyone is dying! Don't you let us die more!
Yeah, because you're the head of the military police. That's kind of your job, is to be that guy. Like,
The rest of it's just fruits basket around it.
absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
it's just
Everything is just,
what
we're
I
going on
see.
dates with the Titans. We're learning about ourselves.
And I have no idea.
like-
And that's the thing. Just so you know, that is a thing that us actors experience every once in a while. Because sometimes you'll have a character and they only like, all I do is just.
You weren't in the beach episode.
As Whis, I've never yelled. I've never like had to raise my voice and scream in Dragon Ball, but everybody else is like has a much different experience. So that's Attack on Titan apparently. Dating, shoujo, and like decapitations. Really fun.
If I had to pick one, I'd probably just say Kurenosuke from Princess Jellyfish. Just the character meant a lot to me, and I got to kind of, there's a duality to the character that was a lot of fun to play between being the Kurenosuke that he showed on the street, and then fabulous Kurenosuke who just really let it all out, darling. And like, so yeah.
said let it on. I'm gonna say Brooke or the narrator in Kaguya-sama. I'd probably say the narrator in Kaguya-sama, but Brooke is a real close second.
I was thinking of Kaguya too. I play Ishigami, and that's a fun role to do. But yeah, fun doesn't always have to mean that you're in a comedy. Like psychopaths can be pretty fun to play. Villainous people can be fun to play.
Yeah.
Monoma from My Hero is a lot of fun. He got his big arc of probably ever this season, which was great. And it's always fun to try to figure out how to say those words. So I don't know. Yeah, fun is anything where there's room to wiggle.
To play.
Yeah. Because if you're a protagonist, sometimes you just gotta.
My friends.
Yeah. You just gotta.
We'll get through this together.
You just gotta add an H. Add an H to everything you say. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep, that was good.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's
That's
hero.
the secret to voice acting.
Yeah. If you want to sound like an anime hero, there you go. Put an H in front of that.
What do you mean?
My bloodline ability.
Next question. We got about one more question until we're going to do a lightning round.
We had 2 or 3 over here.
And we're going to grab as many as we can.
This one's for Ian.
Yes.
In the movie Broly, that oh my part that you added, was it scripted? Or
No, that's in it. That's in it. That line is absolutely in it. Did I lean into a slightly more George Takeo mile? Yeah. Because you would too. You would have. If you saw it, you were weak. You go, oh my. Next question. Who was that?
Do we have any more over here? I thought somebody
Yes.
else had to. Yeah. We had a couple. Okay.
If you, like, after a recording session or going through, like, normal day things, do you, like, continue in that character's voice? Or, like, if you order something on the phone or talk to someone, you, like, do it in characters?
Some stick with you. Some stick with you.
The occasional drive-through shenanigans.
There are some voices that are the equivalent of vocal stimming that you just like Peter Clemens. That's this voice, and every time he sees me, he's like, "Hey, we need to go to Sexy Car Wash." It brings me so much joy. It's just because he showed me this really weird Italian video from like he was like, "Have you ever seen this? This thing is crazy." And he showed it in the entire like con that we went to. He'd be like, "A sexy car wash." And something about Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy saying, "Sexy car wash, sexy car wash." That kind of stuff sticks with you, like weird little noises that you just like to make afterwards. Yeah, but. I mean, after you've done the job long enough, you kind of turn off the job after you leave it.
Yeah, very much so.
I was practicing learning how to do a Scottish accent recently, and I did enough of that there was a couple days where I was like, that's not how I normally speak.
Scott's hard.
School.
That's our first thing.
To get into it, I like to do a bit of a David Tennant first.
Ah, there you go.
Very David Tennant. Before I try to come down and do something a little more reasonable.
You bring it down into that
How do you say the level of John?
It's where I'm from too, so I think I should probably figure it out.
Hey, we should go. What time's the panel end?
actually ends on the hour.
Okay.
You guys can go for another 10 minutes or something.
I would like to do my first lightning round since
COVID.
all this crap happened. So.
Hey Ian, do you want to do a lightning round?
I really, really do, dude.
I think we should do a lightning.
Here's how I like to do lightning rounds. It's one of my favorite things to do at cons back in the day. I want you guys to give us weird questions. Like, for real. Now, notice there are a bunch of people filming, and so we're going to have to modify our answers and not give you our real answers, because our real answers are probably dirty and hilarious, but too many people are filming, so sorry. So we would like you to give us questions that we can answer in just a couple words. We want to hit as many people as you can. Give me something weird. Ask if you had a magical unicorn, what flavor ice cream would it poop?
Rainbow sherbet.
Rainbow sherbet is the right answer. Chunky Monkey's good.
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road's great. I want to have this for the next 10 minutes. That cool? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Please raise your hands. Once we don't see any more hands, we're leaving you.
Freeze up.
This one's for Ian. If you could create your own technique for Whis, like his ultimate attack or something, what kind of move would that be?
It would be like a stone cold stunner. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Cool one. Oh, there's an hand. Favorite thing to have Whis ever say? When Goku asked, am I strong enough to fight you? And I went, no.
Anytime Whis goes,
Next.
What would my unicorn?
What's your unicorn look like?
I want a bicorn.
yes!
Bicorn.
A bicorn, yeah. You ever heard of a bicorn?
What color is your bicorn?
Purple.
I like it.
Absolutely.
With yellow highlights, like on the hooves of the tail.
See, I want to do that like the color change hat, kind of like the weird silver, but it's like rainbowy as it shimmers in the light.
I want my unicorn to look like toothpaste. Just crest flying through the air.
The Back to the Future hat.
I like it. The Back to the Future hat. Yes.
Alter your favorite dad joke.
Why do you never see hippopotamuses hiding in trees? Because they're good.
Look at the some horrible jokes now. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no. Dad jokes are clean though. You're clean.
Right.
Can't think of one.
Okay. A termite walks into the bar and says, "Hey, is the bartender here?"
That's good. That's good. You got one?
Well, no, I can't remember how it goes, probably.
Lightning round. Go.
Alright, so when Vegeta finds out Beerus hit Bulma, he yells, "My Bulma." When he finds out that Vegeta was destroyed, kind of, sort of, because Beerus let it happen, will he yell, "My Vegeta"?
Yeah, you know, I think he might. That's good. It would be Sadala. No, it was Sadala then Vegeta, yeah? That's how it worked. Yeah. Yes.
Ian, was any alcohol involved in making the live-action Space Jam commercials?
No, I don't like day drinking, and that was all filmed during the day, and also I got to be professional, so also no. But yes.
Any quirk, what would it be?
Any quirk, what would it be?
The ability to be comfortable at any temperature.
That's good. All right, jump on the sun. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly.
Void of space.
Send me into the volcano.
I used to say healing factor, because then fine forever, but then that's really weird eventually. I like telepathy, and I would be a total troll. I would just knock people's hats off, and things would slip out of their hands and be like, why is that happening? Never do good with it.
I want a power called earworm. I can make you suddenly hear any song that I want. And it will be a fun one.
Okay, we said.
Okay, so if you ever do see the Angel's mom, they should be hot.
I mean, have you seen the kids? Yes. Beautiful. Yes.
Angel
Do
Mom.
you think Whis ever pets Beerus?
Does he ever pet Beerus?
Yes. We do not gnaw on our kitty.
No, it's like he knocks him out and he's like, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
Just
Or
love
he's like,
him
stroking.
stroke.
But not just like, okay, all right. It's a thunderstorm.
You did knock him out at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I know, but then he doesn't like put him on his lap and he's like, who's a big boy? Next to the Pride Trooper. Have we ever pranked anyone with our voice?
No, but I was ordering ramen the other day and I went to pick it up and she was like, "This is a weird question, but are you Karma Akabane?" And I was like,
Dude, that was that Joel's show initially? The
Assassination Class.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. Yes.
Can you explain Dragon Ball as poorly as possible?
As poorly as possible, a banana. Good.
I mean, does that qualify as explaining it at all?
That was really poorly though.
Yeah, but
I take the assignment very seriously.
still, you can't be like the job is like, hey, build a really crappy car and then you build a boat. That's not a crappy
That's
car.
a really crappy car. Can it drive? That's really crappy.
That's just not being.
This doesn't work on roads.
No, there's a degree within. There's parameters that it had for it to be a car.
Okay.
So
Superman, but Japanese.
that's good.
There you go. Yes.
Does Beerus have a litter box and does Whis clean it?
Yes and no. We have someone for that. Yes.
The fish in the bowl.
Did you ever giggle when you called yourself
No, but now I wish I did. In the back. Who do we think of what now? You. Someone who hasn't asked a question. Go ahead.
What's Weese's favorite way to torment
Laser pointer.
Yes, you.
Ooh!
We can punch any anime character in the face, who would it be? Edward Elric.
Punch any anime character because it's like, what, do you want to pick one of your own? Or
Right, that's what I was
do
thinking.
you just want to be like, oh, I hated that
You
one
want to punch
guy.
one of your own characters?
Well, no, dude, I played. You know what? I played someone that was a seriously messed up, abusive boyfriend, and I wanted to punch him the entire time.
I want to punch Yuki from Future Diary in the
Yeah,
face.
stuff like that. Where you're just like, oh,
Monema's pretty punchable.
awesome. Yes.
At some point in time, would you like to see Weeze get in a serious fight?
Oh, yeah.
You want to see it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
We all-
like vulnerable, where it almost seems like he could
Where he's
get
trying?
hurt.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
trying.
yeah. I think that'd be interesting. I hope it happens by the end and it's epic and
It's going to be angels versus angels. You just watch.
yeah, it'll be Whis versus Goku probably.
Something.
Last
One more
one.
question.
Boom.
Speaking of Weeze fighting, do you think he would scream in a fight? Like, do you think he'd actually be able to scream?
How far does it Whis have to be pushed before he
Whis is-
does a power scream?
Whis' fighting style is closer to like Wing Chun, which is all about redirection and stuff like that. So that's not actually something where you have to exert extra like force. It's more about wing. No, I don't think he needs to scream. I mean, except for like, I beat you! Thank you all so much for coming to our
Hope
panel.
y'all have fun.
Come see us. We're in the dealer's room all day. We're here too.
Come see the comedy show tonight at 7 p.m.
Right here.
Free whoopee cushions.
Yes.
I'll leave a couple here, and then you can come to my table if you want some.
Oh, that's right.